Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Another day of the astro gravitational report. Kind of like a heavy energies to talk about it, particularly of what it's coming up. Sometimes to see the proper energies that's going to be giving it to you for today, I have to look a little bit either deep down with the energies, or I have to look at a few days ahead. So today is one of those days that I had to look both deep and ahead, because with these moments, the way we go through, and a lot of the things of changings in there, you have to kind of like a fine tuning to kind of like a pinpointing things. So you may gonna experiencing a lot of this energies of pinpointing, fine tuning, going a little bit more deep, but also going a little bit more to understand the purpose. Why isn't that happening right now? Why is this? So today, the moon is going to be joining Chiron. That energy is sextiling Mars. In an average regular astrology, that represents the mother. It's healing the wounded child of the rebellious son. That's what it is. But for us, that is the intuition when it looks into the inner child and tries to calm down the warrior archetype within ourselves, not to go against the universe. So this energies is going to be some, in a way, it's going to be a very healing. It's going to be a very good day, but that is going to be a preparations for what? Preparations for tomorrow. Why? Why is that for tomorrow? Because the moon, when it's beginning to entering Taurus, she's going to be a squaring Pluto. So is the warrior is going to be helping the intuition and the inner child, or the inner child and the intuition is going to be both learn not to go to the inner fights. This is going to be some very interesting energy. I would love to have a comments how the things going on with you on this one, because this one it's kind of hard to pinpoint it, because I was looking. It's like, okay, well, what I don't see. I feel the energy, but is, until you find the right interpretations about it, it's very, very interesting in there. Hi, Fawn. Thank you for coming in. So, 7 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is going to be a squaring Uranus, which is going to be like a yellow warning light. It's like, hey, you see that the fight about what the universe presented to you, what's happening to the world, those certain changes that it's coming in, you're going to have to fight with it. You're going to have some challenges with it. You're going to have some things inside of it within you. So basically, the warning light is just going to be a flashing in there. We're going to see that because the ascendant, it's at the end of Aquarius, which squares the end of what? Of Taurus. And here is this energy of visions. They're not matching currently of what is going on, or where the universe wants to go. And you may gonna have some rough time, particularly if you're working with something in the material world. Now I'm talking about like finding a new job, providing for yourself, finding a new opportunities, okay, what to do, what to work. This is also with the period of time where the farmers are going out and prepare everything into seedlings, preparing everything for what? For spring, so they can go ahead and have a harvest. And now it's all this kind of like energy is going to come to us. So be mindful if you're working even with a contract and about finances or real estate, because Taurus is the real estate as well. All right. 8 o'clock, you're going to see the part of the new beginning that has to do the job differently, better. Things that has to come in more profound. But that energy is going to be suppressed. You're going to feel like, oh, it's Saturday. I'm just gonna be laid down back, and I'm not gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Okay, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. What am I supposed to be? Gonna feel the pressure because certain things has to be done, no matter what day it is, because the inner work doesn't have a day off. I mean, it does, but you have to earn it. All right. Well, 9 o'clock. That energy is gonna make you a little bit more emotional than usually, because the inner work that it's gonna be at Capricorn is squaring the moon and the inner child, and it's opposing Jupiter. Now, without the energy up here, is like, I don't want to grow. I don't want to go back in there. I don't want to be revising things. I don't want to be in these situations. A lot of this energy as a Jupiter is moving to his, more and more retrograde, and Cancer is like, oh, I can get you back more into the old family patterns. Oh, I can push you back in there. Oh, you don't like it? Well, I can push you anyway. You're gonna grow with this. This is like the farmers who is like putting the seed down there. Is like, you know what? When you sit right there, this is gonna be more moisture for you. This is gonna be more emotions. You have to touch base with the emotions is in there. Hi, Anna Maria. Thank you for coming in. And this is going to be more, okay? And those emotions, they're going to be getting too strong because you're going to feel like, well, how I'm going to do my job when I'm pressed too much, right? A lot of these emotions is going to be heavy, particularly that the moon, it's still squaring the inner work in Jupiter. So we're going to see that it's like, okay, you gotta go and you gotta do what you have to do as your inner work. What is going to be the inner work in the next hour? This is going to be at 10 o'clock, is the changes. It's about these deep transformations that it's going to be. Just a little bit before, little bit after that, we're going to see an energy that it's going to be about the transformations. But before that, Uranus, who is in Taurus, is coming up in the ascendant. It says like, you need to go do these material things. You need to see the visions, the things that I'm bringing it to you. And you're like, oh my God, I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like this old things. I don't like this thing. I don't like that. And Uranus is like, you get what you get, right? So since these energies they are squaring with Mars, your actions can be a very rebellious. You're gonna be, Mars is in Aquarius. I'm the rebel, right? I don't like what's going on in the material world. And you can see the people around you, they want to do something. They want to change something. They have this rebellious drive in there. While right now the moon, it says like, no, take it easy. There is a one thing. It's called karma. She learned that, okay, from the previous day with what? With Saturn, okay? The moon and Saturn, that is the two things about the karma, okay? And when the Saturn is very powerful in your chart, sometimes you leave the things in the hands of a karma. You're not going, you're not doing anything. You just sit in there and enjoy the show with the popcorn, okay? But till you get there, you have to go and overcome this drive, this masculine drive, this animal driven for the, really to do something in the material world. All right, 11 o'clock, the inner works talking about is going to be at Aquarius. That is going to be pointing out towards Jupiter is about like regrow the things in there. Okay. Hi, Gerald. Thank you for coming in. And as this energy is going to be more focus of what we have to do is about, are we friendly? Well, currently the ascendant who is at Gemini, it's squaring Mercury. Now with the Mercury being in Pisces, your mental stress and the processes and work over the psyche can be out of any balance. And now with this energy, particularly that Mercury, it is okay, like, let me deal with this family stuff, let me deal with this, and those family issues in there. I know I'm going to be going and I'm going to be seeing other things. Some people is going to skip this. but Mercury is going to go retrograde. It's going to come back to exactly this position. So might as well do your work. Okay. Angel, I like that the family issue are coming up for us, getting through and grew from. So far, we have been communicating efficiently with tears, love, and hugs. There we go. Tears is good. They're healing. That is the expressions of the emotions. Okay. But at sometimes you're gonna be wise enough to understand. Don't make the people to cry. But when you realize certain things with yourself, when you heal, then the tears when it comes out, then it's the healing. And when you're telling that story to other people, and you don't feel anything about it, that's mean you heal. So it's very good. Thank you for posting it here, Angel. Hi, Namira. Thank you for being here. All right. So keeping it going. At 12 o'clock, this is the hour of the authority. You don't know what the authority to do. Currently, you may gonna feel like, you know what, cut out everything and break down everything and so on, so on. The inner work is between Mars and the Sun. The Sun is just walked in within Pisces in there, and that squares Lilith. Lilith currently does a lot of things in there. I mean, she's stirring the pot in life. She puts all the shadows in there. She fogging things, blocking emotions, blocking love, blocking communications. So the people, you know what? Block, 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 block. I'm going to a hermit mode. And then Mercury says, no, you cannot go in a hermit mode. Really, you need to go and look at those family issues, but you need to talk with other people about family. Oops. And that will be a lot of work we are going to be talking about. Where does that come from, though? We're going to see it in the next hour at 1 o'clock. That's going to be the inner work with Venus, that it's trining Jupiter. Usually, when these two, so here is what I'm talking about. This is going to be at 1 o'clock. Here it's Venus with the inner work, that midheaven, and it's trining Jupiter and ascendant. All right, so how that goes, okay? Well, Venus is about love and values, but also Venus is about the vibrations of the things that you love within the spirit. Right now, she's in Pisces. She's over through the duality, but also what she does is like, why they have this, or why I got this, or why I do this. Did I am properly working with values such as money, but also values as what? Valuing emotions, valuing and appreciate it, even the little creatures. Okay, I'm talking about even the bees or everything, you know, the animals. Appreciate everything that surrounds you. Okay, because Venus is responsible for the surrounding, for everything that you have into your material life. Okay, it is because you love it. And Venus is bringing it to you. Okay? So with this energy is going to be coming with Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be like revising. Is the things that you have around you. Do you love them? Did they love you? So you're going to have these energies into the psyche. And for some people, it's going to go deep. Because Pisces is a very deep water. Okay? Very deep water, very deep emotions. All right, 2 o'clock, this is going to be where the inner work is going to go to Aries. You're going to see how you need to move up into the new. Okay? I mean, you see this old patterns is like, you know what, I don't want to go to do the old stuff like before. I don't want to do the old things like I did before. I know what are they going to get me in life. This is the moment, if you guys been watching The Matrix in there, and they had to take the book out of his belly, and just a little bit before that, he didn't want to do it. They stopped the car, he opened the door, and they were looking into the streets, and this is when Trinity told him, you know where that road leads to it. Do you really want to do it? This is what is gonna be that particular energies in there, that you're gonna be close the door and you're gonna choose what? Choose the new. I hope. Okay. All right. 3 o'clock, the midheaven it's gonna be at Aries. Of course, all this positive energies, like now with this Aquarius and Aries energy, that is gonna be really, really, really pointing out where this is going to point you out, right? You're seeking of this new energy. You're seeking of the new person that you need to become. But if you have not been ready to do what you have to do, you need to want. Train for it. Where are you going to train? You haven't finished the school. Where are you going to finish the school? When you pass up here. When you pass the psychological test. Okay? You need to understand the one species who survives the most is the one more adaptable to changes. But to be adaptable to changes, you gotta have a very strong psyche. All right. So 4 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Leo. This is going to be a divine energies with Mercury. Maybe going to be talking about with someone, or someone's going to talk to you. There's going to be a messages about this divine structures that is developed from within. Right now, the ascendant is going to point out the solutions that is has to be coming in. Particularly right now, the moon and Chiron are together with the sun in a semi-sextile, and we're going to see some of these energies. We're going to see this, that energy is going to coming up too good. You're going to feel like these communications between authority and intuition in there after healing the inner child. Is right now they're working, and you are looking to go forward, but the inner work is the beginning on Taurus. This is where the moon is going to be tomorrow. And now you are going to be having what? Foresight. That tomorrow you have to fight yourself. Are you going to be doing the right things, or are you going to be changing situations? Are you going to be resisting things? And when you're resisting certain things is going to be what? Go away, right? Because Pluto says, I'm putting things on the table. You have a closed. You are going to get what you need, not what you want. But the people want things, and they toss on everything that Pluto has been putting into the table. And then Uranus is like, you put everything that you need, not what you want. It's gonna be a lot of changes with all this in there. Well, 5 o'clock, the inner work is gonna be passing the 19th degree of Taurus. For those who are about working with money, working in the market, those of you who are looking at trying to find these psychological situations is in there. What are you going to learn? Right? What are you going to get and learn in there? This is going to be some how you're providing, okay? For example, you can invest in so many things, but if there is no people who to understand things, there will be no people who making things. There will be no people who are farming things, and so on and so on. Yes, of course, into the future, there's going to be some robots programmed farming, and the human is just going to sitting lazy. No, actually, there will be not laziness. Somebody has to do the work. Okay. And this is gonna be some energy that someone is gonna be like, let's do this new ways of survival, of providing. And take a look what this energy is gonna be calling you, okay? Because that energy, it is sextiling with the North Node. Some people, they are going to be focused of how to re-innovate the world, particularly into the material world. For some, this could be Let's restoring the rivers, let's restoring the trees, let's restoring certain things, let's reevaluate what we've been done so we can go back to what the earth was, right? So there's going to be a lot about this energy. All right. Well, at 6 o'clock, be mindful because the emotions is going to be getting it are very much dualistic. We are talking about that the inner work is going to be at Gemini, the ascendant is going to be at Virgo. We have a Lilith that it's at Sagittarius, and right now we have a bunch of stuff that goes on in Pisces. So the duality is, I don't know, high. Okay. If you're one of those four zodiac signs, as I said before, you may gonna experiencing a lot of things, particularly about the energy at 6 o'clock when the ascendant is with the South Node. Now that is this past karma in there that it needs to be. Okay, it's gonna be facing this psychological turmoil that it is about that comes in that says like thinking better so you can be better. At the same time, Lilith, it is playing a big role in this because the inner work that it said that Gemini, which is his friendshipness, in there is like shadowing everything. Oh, I don't want to be friendly. I don't want to this friendliness. I don't want this. Some of these stuffs are not good. Not gonna. You need to make somewhat choices to transform. So here is a Lilith that is sextiling Pluto, and Pluto is heading directly towards what? Towards the inner work. Because whatever you see now at 6 o'clock, it goes against communications, it goes against destiny, it goes against authority, love, and values. Right? So here is the Lilith, it is squaring what? She's squaring Venus in the North Node. So basically removes the love from what you feel like it. And now with all those energies fighting the universe, you're like, oh my God, I don't need this, I don't want this, I'm going against it. I don't sign to be coming to the earth for this. And the universe says like, you sign it up, you just didn't figure it out yet that you have to go through this. But when you accept it, the things is going to be get ready because you're going to be adapting. So this is what it is all about, straightening up the psyche so it can be ready for adaptation. All right. 7 o'clock, the inner work is still going to be at Gemini, that is going to be squaring Mercury, and the ascendant is still going to be at Virgo. And here is be mindful the communications. I'm saying it right now, be final communications. If you need to look something, take a look your actions to be positive, because right now the inner work, it's trining Mars, and Mars is acting kind of based of the calm down, the inner child, and the moon, right? That is just to calm down. Don't get that much excitement. But, you know, behind the back of your head, oh, these people don't want to do things. That is not it. That is all it is. There is a karma. I will not fight. That's going to be one of the transformations that it's going to be needed, okay? Because tomorrow the intuition is going to be facing that transformation. All right, 8 o'clock, the inner work is going to a Cancer, ascendant goes into Libra, that it's a opposing Saturn. You don't like structure, you want to tear off all the structure, you don't see the visions, there is no balance. And of course, there is a lot of emotional turmoil at home. Home is also you, not just family. Cancer represents the home within you. So whatever you have in Cancer, take a look at it within yourself. You're going to find that structure. Cancer 12th house or Cancer 1st house in there. You are meant to do a service. Okay? Service. If you have a Cancer that is going to be at the second house, that's mean going to be providing through family. Going to work with the providing and the family. But if you have the 10th house, Cancer, you are going to be responsible to provide for others. She's going to be your job. Okay? Your job. You're going to take that. So be mindful what you got in that 10th house, because right now, that particularly 8 o'clock, that 10th house in there, it is very much about this caring. Okay? But how would you care if there is no structure, there is no balance? You still have to care. That's kind of like the mother's energies. That's where the moon is going to be coming in. And that energy with the moon right now is going to be seeing it how to make the balance. Who is make the balance? Who is the balance, right? It's Libra. And here how the divine has its own ways. Here it's the moon with the Chiron. It's pointing out to the ascendant in Libra. We need to make that balance in the name of the love with the sun. At the same time, though, we have a Pluto and Lilith make what? A divine energies yacht with the inner work. So the things, the right things from the shadow, it's going to come up. They're going to rise up. And they're going to say, you can do it. Okay? This is when you have to be the hero. You have to be the avatar. You may don't like your destiny, but it's yours. All right. 9 o'clock, the inner work's going to be with Jupiter. Very beautiful energy with the North Node and Venus. You're going to figure out those values, right? You're going to figure out that this is your destiny in there. Ascendant, that it's in Libra. It is in divine energies with Venus into the North Node. You're putting the divine balance within you, and you're okay with the shadow work that it's done out in the public, which is what? Lilith. All right, 10 o'clock, the things is going to be start a little bit more interesting, because the midheaven, it is between Cancer and Leo, opposing Pluto beginning, squaring the moon, squaring the ascendant, and all that heavy emotions right now beginnings to ramping up. But what about this? What about them? But it's hard to change. But what about that? What about you're going to start questioning everything? I don't want to mature. I want to be the baby. I want mom and dad to provide for me. And all of a sudden the universe says, oh no, you're going to learn how to do it on your own. And some people don't want to change. And guess what? The universe is going to be getting the pitchforks and it's going to push them up. So you're going to feel pushed. Don't be surprised. But that about tomorrow. Okay, all right, 11 o'clock, the ascendant, it's going to be at Scorpio, opposing the moon, the moon that she is about a few minutes to entering into Taurus. So when we get in it in the morning, we're going to see that the moon is going to be looking for what? Material things. This is kind of like all of a sudden you lost your house, you lost everything, you got like a 1 week, and you have to figure it out in a 1 week. Where are you going to live? What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? And how are you going to put this into perspective? Because that energy of the Scorpio can be a very, very interesting, because that energy is also squaring Pluto. The moon is squaring Pluto. Now Pluto is what? Not going to allow people to skip things. He's like, no, I'm going to hold you, not just skip things. For some people who's going to be, skipping things, Pluto says like, not worry about it. I'll catch up to you. Okay. All right. Well, that it was the astrogravitational report for this, and we're going to be seeing it how the moon at 7 o'clock in the morning on February 22nd will be. Okay. That is going to be the ascendant. It's going to be at Pisces. Now we're going to have some more Pisces in the morning. God blessing our souls. I prefer to it to be someplace else, but it is what it is. You have to do with what it is. In there, the moon, it's going to be, as I said, she's going to be at the 4 degrees 23 minutes within Taurus, which is going to be squaring the 4 degrees 21 minutes Pluto. And this is why I'm going to warn you from now. See the things in you, but don't be afraid of the things on the table. Take a look what is in the table, okay? Because people recognize certain things, but the universe delivers what you need. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the clicks, the likes, the shares, and subscribes. And for those of you who wish to support or donate to the channel, you may do so at the Buy Me a Coffee link into the channel or donate it through the PayPal link posted also in the channel. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Great comments today. And Tina I really appreciate and I like your calm energy and the questions you post. Thank you. You guys welcome. That's what I'm here for. And yeah, appreciate it. And all of you, just come back tomorrow. Okay? There's going to be some more good stuff for you. Much love, guys. See you tomorrow.